So, if you give the Labour Party under Keir Starmer a 33-point lead in the polls, a massive confidence boost, and on paper a landslide win at the next election, what do you think he's going to do with this privileged, if completely unearned position he finds himself in? Yesterday, I published a video extolling the virtues of the latest rollout of MP of the Year Ian Byrne's Right to Food campaign, piloting communal kitchens starting in his West Derby constituency, with further funding available if successful to roll it out across the rest of Liverpool. Now, whilst my video was circulating, and whilst Ian himself was at Scouse Kitchen, that kitchen pilot of his last night, his Constituency Labour Party, who have already voted to trigger Ian, as those of you who pay attention to such things have seen both Tarry and Zarah Sultana face recently, were out asking for members to come forward and challenge Ian to try and unseat him. Ian, sadly, is a left socialist MP and a CLP that, by and large, is not friendly towards him for that. They fought to resist his selection in 2019, and despite the sterling work he has done and the recognition he has received, they're still hell-bent on wanting him gone. Ian put out a statement saying he'll be fighting to retain his position, but this is hardly the only example of the emboldened Labour right, seeking to assert their dominance and what they want even more than winning an election, which is control of the party. This isn't the only example. Keir Starmer welcomed Tory defector Christian Wakeford as a Labour MP, no questions asked, back in January of this year. You might remember that. There's no implication he'll be facing a trigger ballot. He's more Starmery than Ian Byrne, of course. Red Tory. Another example is this video of Josh Tapper. If you've no idea who he is, and there's not much reason you should unless you happen to watch Gogglebox, he wants to be selected as a Labour parliamentary candidate for chipping Barnett, despite having left the TV show to go to work for Theresa May as a campaign assistant. You did a stellar job with that, clearly, Josh. But sticking with campaign management, Starmer has just appointed a new deputy campaign chief as he gets on that election footing. The Tories edging closer to collapse every minute under Truss as they are. He's appointed Mariana McFadden, the wife of Blairite MP Pat McFadden, and she'll be taking up the post fresh from her position of head of Insight. There's a sketchy sounding job title if ever there was one. At the Tony Blair Institute for Global Change. Now, the Blair landslide of 1997 ushered in little in the way of the change this country needed, offering titbits instead in the belief people had nowhere else to take their vote. And with Starmer in the position he's in, we look set to have a repeat.